Greetings everybody, welcome to the dark matches, and as you can see, the new management, Steve the Gamble, is getting to know everybody. He has always been here, as his address has told us, and yet, here he is now in the flesh. But today we have a contenders match for Scott Adams to deal with, as he goes against RD. RD asking management to give him a chance, and he has chosen to take a chance on RD. But first we have Deanna KD Lady going against women's belt contender Goth Girl. Goth Girl lost her women's belt against Zeffy at the last pay-per-view, and will stop at nothing to get her gold back. And as you can tell from the music, it is Deanna the KD Lady. She has yet to get women's gold, but you never know down the road. She has been in the FBXW for pretty much the whole entire time. It has been in both incarnations. Speaking of incarnations, the new management is willing to take chances as long as there is a probability of financial success, which seems to be the running theme with this new management. Scott Adams questions who the management was, and management answered his question, hopefully. Oh, temperature's dropping. Temperature's dropping. And Goth Girl has entered the arena. Zeffy was successful in winning the gold from Goth Girl, and Goth Girl has been enraged. We have not seen anything from her on the page, but we hope to soon. What lies behind the mask? My X-ray scanners can't even tell. Nothing but darkness. How will Deanna, the KD Lady, contend with this dark force? This has been a very long month, 5 weeks. So there will be 4 shows this month before the War pay-per-view. Deanna the KD Lady preparing to dive into darkness. Goth Girl taking it very nonchalantly. And, oh, Goth Girl, crucifix, could have maybe stuck the pin. And now she's bending her, oh, she is bending her backwards. But KD Lady escapes. The women's division has been very questionable as of late. Goth Girl puts a little something into it. Zeffy puts a little life into it, but so many have just not felt the spirit, and management is assessing its value. Wrestling-wise, women have been the scrappiest. Running Bulldog! Oh, with that being said, KD Lady. Oh, spoke too soon. She did have the upper hand, and now she has been dragon, snap leg, what have you. Oh, good punch. And Goth Girl thrown against the ropes, and Deanna KD Lady just seemed to go through her. And Goth Girl coming at her with a variety of random scrappy punches and swings. Katie lady. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Referee. Referee did not see that, I guess. Or maybe he was covered in darkness. Goth girl. Putting her in a tree of woe. And strangling her with her foot. And now, 1, 2. Goth girl has that exposed turnbuckle on the opposite end of the ring. What are the probabilities that she will use it? Oh! And she's going for the pin. 1. And the Katie lady has some chance of winning. And oh, Katie lady's arm. And oh, Goth girl. Swept carpet. And going to the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Zeppy watching in behind, keeping her eye on the competition, seeing what she has to expect. Oh, that's an interesting camera angle. The replay bot did very well there. Katie Lee did her best. She had her moments, but Goth Girl maintains her full momentum going into the pay-per-view. And that was all she wrote, as they say. Goth Girl looking around, hoping Zeppy is looking into her eyes, no doubt. Katie Lady rolls out of harm's way. Goth Girl. Goth Girl. What can one say about Goth Girl? She is the most random thing in this whole federation. And Zeppy, keeping her eye on her, still, never taking her eyes off the prize. We now move on to the next main event of the dark matches. And RD getting his chance, his contendership chance at a shot at the World Gold. RD has been mostly silent in the past, but for the last month or so, he has been extremely vocal, extremely articulate, and extremely focused. And Scott Adams, well, Scott Adams would never have felt more alive in his life, having someone so random, dark horse come out and challenge him as he has. It was a surprise element in the Bash beat Bash, that Sandy place, Bash beat Bash main event. He did retain his gold, but RD was still the dark horse that changed the perspective, changed the flavor. RD could, by some miracle, be the new world champion by the end of the month. And here comes the champion, the world champion. Scott freaking Adams. He will be not defending his gold, but challenging RD for his vying of a position as contender for that belt. If RD wins, he will be facing Scott at the end of the month for the World Gold. Lethal Syndicate, although still a team, still stable. They are not a tag team, per se, but they are pursuing gold very fervently. Scott remembers how RD put him through his paces. And now he's wondering what he needs to do next. RD would like nothing more than to main event yet again. He main evented at Bikini Beach Bash. And now he might be contending for gold yet again. World gold, no less. And they face each other, waiting for the bell. And there it goes. RD getting the first lick. His stealthiness might actually help him out against Scott's might. But then again, sometimes might is greater than stealth. Stealth can't get you through a brick wall. And RD muscle down, but he uses his agile legs to kick out. Oh, and keeping Scott down. What is RD's master plan? What is this? Oh! Graceful flight, but nothing waiting for him. And Scott, oh, shoulder blocking RD down. RD not caving, but oh, slam down backwards. Whatever lit a fire under RD's derriere, we'll never know. But he has escalated. He has become more visible to the roster. Oh, and Scott makes contact with his flight off the ropes. Oh, another shoulder block by Scott Adams. And oh, RD uppercut to Scott, but Scott gets control again. RD hanging on the ropes. Scott, oh, he took too long and RD is back in. And then with a jumping DDT. And RD calculating, waiting for his moment. And a drop kick. And Scott having his legs taken out slowly. And rolling thunder by RD. RD picking up Scott, but Scott tripping up RD. Oh, solid. Big punch to the face. Knockout punch. And RD blocks the second attempt. It's going back and forth. And RD wriggles out. Oh! RD KO. RD KO. 1, 2. Oh. If I had a heart, it would have stopped right there. But RD almost had it with his RD KO. Scott came within an eyelash, maybe a little bigger, of having to face RD at war. But now RD, oh, running bunt. And now he's going for yet another RD KO. And, oh. 1, 2, and still nothing. And apparently Scott has been busted open. RD getting ready. Oh no. Oh! Replay that. Replay bot, good job. RD had him bloodied and down, but Scott found something in him and he got up and he clocked him midair. And Scott Adams may have just finished off his chance for another main event, a pay-per-view main event. And he's going for the pin. Uh-oh. Dirty pin, 1, 2. No, he did not get it. And Scott Adams catches his kick and turns him around. And he's got a half Boston Crab. He is oozing blood, but he is slowly... Is he going to make him submit? RD somehow slithers out. And yet his leg gets caught again, and oh, leg spin drag. Oh, and another clock to the face. It's amazing RD is not gushing blood right now. And oh, Insecurity perhaps. I am not fully loaded with all the moves. And RD wanting to finish this off. Picks him up, but Scott Adams reverses and clotheslines him down. RD avoids the boot. And 1, 2... Nope, Scott is not going. RD trying to think of a way to finally finish him off. He's come so close. And Scott rolling. RD. Oh, and he misses another one. That's a couple times. 2 times at least. Oh, but he gets out. But a couple times he has tried a moonsault, only to result in an absent target. He's rolling him around. I am not sure what he is aiming for. Oh no, he's going for the bunt. He's going for the... Oh! He missed with the bunt. And then he comes up with a loop-de-loop arm drag. But he has tired himself out. He's exhausted. This has been a very long match against a very powerful adversary in the world champion, Scott Adams. And RD kicks Scott Adams. And, oh! Don't know what that move's called, and no! And going for the pin. 1, 2... Scott is not going. Negative. Scott Adams did not care for that kick to the back. And he's fireman carried. It is not about might all the time. Oh, neck breaker. And RD is wound for sound, as they say, as it were, if you will. And RDKO, RDKO. Is this it? 1, 2... No, negative. And yet another moonsault denied. Scott Adams has been very good at avoiding the moonsaults. And RD has the advantage again, but what is he going to have to do to finish him off? He wants to avoid that power bomb, especially into the walls of Jericho. Now he's rolling him, pulling him towards the ropes. And 1, 2... He is not going. Negative. He is not going. And RD avoids his grasp. RD rolling him. Rolling Thunder. How will this do it? Nobody is exhausted. He's not taking advantage. And Scott, despite his attack, is countered. And oh, out of the blue, RD KO. Where did that come from? 1, 2. He is still not going. Scott Adams has gotten out of 3 RD KOs. What will it take to finish him off? What will it take to finish RD off? Something's got to give, but RD seems the less worn for wear. And oh, finally, an interesting swanton. And Scott kicks out of that attempt. Scott going through the 3 amigos with RD. And RD might have been destroyed right there. Scott appeasing the audience for their praise, or maybe just throwing it in their faces. But RD snapped there with the leg. And he's dragging him. And 1, 2, oh, 3. How did he do that? Did Scott bang his head? One cannot be sure. He might have just gotten lucky there. Or maybe Scott was just simply exhausted. RD just out-cardioed the world champion. RD has now earned himself a World Contenders match with Scott Adams. And if he is as successful then as he is here, he will be the new world champion. This is very unlikely to be happening, but it has happened. The odds were defied. RD successful in his acquiring a contender spot. Congratulations, RD. You have been successful. We cannot wait to see what happens at Resurrection.
Say